Speaking of the Hong Kong population, 8.4% of the population is non-Chinese. Most of them are Filipino and Indonesian, followed by South Asian the rest. They consist of countries like Pakistan, India, and Nepal. South Asian immigrants came to Hong Kong in the mid-1800s, seeking employment and citizenship when the British newly acquired the colony. Many of them had made significant contributions. For instance, Doraji Mithaiwala founded the Kowloon Ferry Company, which is today's city's iconic star. Rodanji Hospital in Wan Chai serves millions of Hong Kongers every year, with its 24-hour accident and emergency center, was established by an Indian, Jaheg Rodanji, and the Sikh Indian, who were believed to be brave and strong fighters, were recruited as Hong Kong police in 1844. Despite this, many of them find struggles to have acceptance in Hong Kong. According to a research paper of an NGO, a majority of participants in the survey experience exclusion in Hong Kong despite calling the city their home. But I'm sure when we talk about South Asian culture, there are three things that remind us: the hospitality of the people, spices, and the dance. That is why we want to tell you the beauty of South Asian culture and how it affects Hong Kong. First of all, it is Bhangra dance, a type of traditional folk dance in Punjab. It is primarily performed in northern India and southeast Pakistan since the 18th century and is known for its fluid, energetic choreography and harmonious vocals. It incorporates a variety of dance forms from different districts. The dancers sing the chorus of the song while dancing around the drum or the dol, which sets the unique and distinguishing beat of the dance. It also features colorful attire, such as turban and tamba or tamit, which has floats at the front and is a traditional dress for Punjabi men, while shalwar kameez with dupatta for women. In Hong Kong, a dance group called Punjabi HK is embracing a tradition, setting an icon for its community and fostering the relationship through its unique performances. We spoke candidly with the founder Harjit Singh about the group's success over the past decade. Now let's watch a short clip of one of the performances. Now let's move on to talk about Nepalese culture in Hong Kong. Nepal is a landlocked country right between India and China, so it makes sense for their culture to be affected by their neighboring countries. We can see their influence on the food such as momo, which is a flavor-packed dumplings that is similar to Chinese dumplings except with their own twist. Other cuisine like chow mein is actually derived from the Chinese language chow mian. And laughing, a popular snack originally from northern regions of China and is known as liangfen, which literally means cold noodles. Speaking of its community in Hong Kong, it is especially densely populated near Yau Tin Wong area, as we see many authentic Nepalese stores and restaurants. The reason for this area to be densely populated by Nepalese is all because of their Gurkha ancestors. After being granted the right to abode in Hong Kong, they stationed their barracks in Yau Ma Tei area, so that could be one of the reasons why Nepalese community are attached to this area and more willing to set up their life there. As more and more Nepalese settle in the area, we can see a popular race of Nepalese restaurants being opened. After all the dance and food, let's talk about religions. Hong Kong has lots of races of people as well. It is a hub of religions. There are Buddhism, Hinduism, Sikh, Christianity, and more, you can name it. Speaking of those, Islam occupies one of the most population in Hong Kong. It is a religion that has the most population in the Middle East and countries like Indonesia and Pakistan. The word Islam means submission to the will of God, while the followers of Islam called Muslim. Islam is monotheistic, which Muslims only worship one all-knowing God, who is in Arabic known as Allah. The followers of Islam aim to live a life of complete submission to Allah, based on the Quran, which they believe is the word from Allah. Hence, there are lots of beliefs and rules in daily life. For example, the 5-time prayers in a day and fasting in a particular month, which is called Ramadan. To contain prayers in Islam, there is a mosque, also known as masjid. It denotes the Muslim house of worship. In Hong Kong, one of the mosques is located in Tim Sa Tsui, which is the most beautiful and ionic white building. But in fact, when we heard of the word Islam, there are lots of stereotypes pop up in our head. For example, women are being forced, having no freedom, and Islam is related to terrorism. According to research, majority of the Muslim reported being treated similarly to refugee and feeling isolated because of their association to Islam. However, the word Islam is actually beautiful. Let me tell you why.
Status of women in Islam is very high. You know what, in Islam it is said that Jannah, the paradise, lie on the feet of a woman. Women are given the highest status in Islam. Women are respected, women are given high regards. The only thing is about covering hijab that is not a force on women. Why women are told to wear hijab is so that they feel protected. In Islam, we do not force anyone to wear hijab. Islam is a religion of loving each other, respecting each other, having peace. Fasting doesn't mean that you are just cutting on your food and water. Fasting means you also need to cut down on your bad activities. When you are fasting, you cannot lie. When you are fasting, you cannot watch anything which has violence, which has wrong activity. Fasting, there is nothing forced or burden. No one is forced to fast. Okay, Islam is all about loving, happiness, sharing each other.
Muslim is not only kind, they are selfless as well. When the pandemic outbreak in Hong Kong, there was a lack of masks. The Hong Kong Muslim Council gave out free masks to all races of people who were in need. So next time, when you see a Muslim, don't be afraid. Think about the beauty of their religion and the good deeds that Muslims contribute to society. In short, Hong Kong is an international hub with lots of different cultures. We may have heard some of them, or we may not. What you see in your circle never tells the truth. It is because the world circle is way bigger than yours. Most importantly, always embrace and explore.